We should be live.
Is my microphone working? Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you just fine.
It says it's on my webcam, which that's not what I want.
What about now? Can you still hear me?
I can hear you super loud right now.
Does it sound way better?
Sure. Well, it's louder.
Well, that doesn't tell me. Like, the first one was through my, the microphone on my webcam. Did it sound better?
Yeah, it does.
That sounds better.
No, that does not. Leave it the way it was. If you want to edit your stuff, you do it on your time, fella.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What I mean?
I don't know what you mean. Gil Comics, what's up, man? It's like Gil, like a fish. I caught a fish once.
It's hard out. We've talked about this before.
I can't play La Bamba?
Especially with that microphone on. That is extremely loud.
Now's my chance to be a rock star. I was about to play the most awesome and epic thing ever played by man ever.
Fuchsia is here.
Awesome stuff that wouldn't have even compared.
And I'm going to wait until everybody gets here in here because I did send her Instagram post about the awesomeness of what I was watching today on YouTube. So
yeah.
I recorded it because I got some information on this YouTube channel that I was watching, and it was from some guy named Soldier Only, and he said what he's into now. However, I don't know. There's some discrepancies in what he's saying, so we'll talk about that in a little while. We'll talk about that. So, Fuchsia, how have you been? And Barbarian, how is your week gone so far?
Today's my first day off. Today's my weekend. Today would be my Saturday for normal people. So as of right now, things are going just fine. I slept until 3, and then I got up and did nothing all day. I did get some boxes in the mail today, though, and I opened them.
So
pretty awesome stuff.
Let's see here. Aha. So I was gonna say, for anybody who knows, I was having issues with my car and I wasn't able to drive it for a while. But we got a new car today or the other day, and so I have been trying to deal with that lately.
Correction. That's a truck, not a car.
Truck. It is actually a truck.
Yeah. So continue.
I've been dealing with that this week. So that's how my week's going. It's exciting because, we have 2 cars now. We only had one for a while. But so now my job is to go to work instead of at 6 when we close, instead of hanging out there for 2 hours to my daughter's off gymnastics and then going home. I now, the way the wife puts it, I forgot exactly how she worded it, but I get to go home at 6, help the boys with their homework, and then start dinner and have it hot and ready for her to go as soon as she walks through the door. Now I get to do this now, according to her. So I'm pretty excited because I get to make sure the dinner's ready when she gets home. So
there's so many fast food restaurants around you.
No, well today was my day off. So today I went all out. Like I'm my daughter's in gymnastics and her diet hasn't been the best. And that's basically our fault because we use the excuse of being at work all the time. So I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and prep her stuff. So and then on Mondays, I usually make something nice for the wife. Like she's been wanting ribs lately. So I've been making ribs for her. But then, so I made ribs. I cooked steak for the actual family. And then I cooked a bunch of chicken for my daughter. So on the grill, I had steak and chicken going. I had ribs in the oven. And the ribs are done. I finished them on the grill. And all this going at once. So I was making mashed potatoes and something else. And it's still like 103 probably outside today in Texas with that big giant grill going. So I was like, dripping, I was dripping sweat everywhere before we came on today. So that was a lot going on at once.
No good. Yeah, I don't go outside unless I have to. It rained all day here today, though, so all of my outdoor things got canceled, along with comic gories, which I've been waiting to do. Like, come on, I know everybody's scared of me and nobody wants to lose to the hairy guy, but seriously, I mean, how many weeks can we put it off? Like, I was ready. I got a box of comic gory books. I got my comic boxes all organized by cover appearances and color and theme, color coded, so I can just walk over there and grab stuff. Got all my Power Pack books lined up and color and
Sorry.
yeah, it's me.
I lost you. There you are.
Huh?
I said I lost you for a second. Ah, there you are.
What's going on here? My camera looks really choppy to me. Is it me or is it your computer?
Not my computer. It had nothing to do with it. Oh, that's why. Ha ha! Because you just got kicked out, sucker. You got kicked out. So, I'm doing alone. I'm doing alone. I'm doing a solo. I guess that's why your computer looked choppy. Ha ha!
If I can't play La Bamba on my guitar, I'll just whistle it for you.
I'll just mute you. It's not a big deal. So, let's see. You said you had a lot to show. You want to start showing some stuff?
I got a bunch of, I got like 4 or 5 boxes of stuff in this week. Lots of good stuff. Got books. I even got an AOK. This guy. I don't ever get AOKs, which is fine. Please don't send me AOKs just because I said I never get them. Because
wants them. He complains all the time that nobody loves him.
It's not true. But I'll show you my AOK first off. I already opened it because I don't wait. This is for me. I don't wait at all. My homegirl short box. I won some in her auction, and she wouldn't let me pay for it. She like I kept saying, "What's my total?" And she's like, "I'll get it for you." And then I'm like, a week later, "What's my total?" Like, I know I owe you money. Let me pay you. She's just like, "I got to figure it out." And then she sends me like a tracking number, and I'm like, "But I didn't pay you yet." And she just sends a little smiley face. It's like, "So thank you, short box, for hooking it up." She pays attention. Well, most of this stuff I just picked out, but I got some cool books. I got a What If Death's Head Had Lived.
Death's Head died?
But this is a newsstand one, which is cool because I didn't have a newsstand one. And I think that this, like I claimed this, I think it was $1. But like I said, she wouldn't let me pay for any of it. I got this cool Cosmic Ghost Rider, Kills the Marvel Universe with Spidey. Classic crotch shot cover. Comic gories. See, I got comic gories on the mind. I'm ready. If they do a crotch shot cover, I got you. I got you covered. A bunch of Ghost Rider goodness here. This is Ghost Rider Rides Again, #1. That is an awesome cover, by the way. If you've never read this, like the story is meh. It's not the best Ghost Rider story ever, but the art in it is still really good. I think I've owned this whole run like 2 or 3 times. I AOK'd the whole run to Bueller when I first found him on the YouTubes.
Well,
that's I had an extra set. And I thought he would like it, but yeah, it's awesome. It's got Son of Satan in the background. Or it's Mephisto. I think it's Mephisto in the background. Anyway, then we got some Ghost Rider #57. Newsstand, got Ghost Rider fighting this dude. He's the Apparition. It's pretty awesome. I didn't have that one. And there's a cool Indian cover. I'm sorry, Native American cover. That was very insensitive of me. But I was born in 1975, so We still call them Indians now. This is number 49, Ghost Rider. He's doing a backflip off a rock wall on a big Harley, shooting fire out of his hand at a ghostly Native American warrior chieftain who's then shooting an arrow at him. Awesome. And the best thing, Marvel Spotlight 10, she sent me
What?
a Labarino.
That's freaking sweet, dude.
Yeah, 6.0, Spotlight 10. And see, like, I was going to buy it. She wouldn't let me buy it. I was like, well, I mean, I really like that. That's cool. I have this book, but mine's really beat up. So I was happy to see her put this up, and then she wouldn't let me pay for it. So I appreciate that, Short Box. It's good looking out.
Nicely done, nicely done. Hey, can we talk about this shirt for a second, if you don't mind?
This thing?
Yeah.
This little thing? Wait, let me move this out of the way. Yeah, my daughter drew this for me. Garbage ham sandwich on Instagram and YouTube. I started a Redbubble store. It's under my name, but it's all her art. She's gonna keep adding stuff to it. There's this and there's one other thing that's on there right now. It's really cool though. Like they do all the work and she just uploads the art and then they give you a percentage. So if you want to buy a Barbarian Kung Fu AF-15 cover swipe t-shirt to support my daughter, all the money goes to her. I don't get any of it. But I just wanted the logo for because I thought it was awesome.
She does a good job making you look younger and prettier, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I'd say she made me much thinner. Still tall, but much thinner. More darkness to the beard there. There's less gray. All my teeth are there.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, she hooked it up. I'll show you this next big old stack of stuff, and then I'll let you show some stuff before I keep going.
But why are you doing that, Fuchsia? Can I get a confirmation that Soldier Only is in the building? Because there's some stuff I want to show, and I want to make sure he is here. Okay, sorry. Continue.
So this is a bunch of books that I got from from Smiley Tori and Captain Comics. Tori was selling books a while back with Z Collect. And I was just filling up a box with them. And so I don't think she's selling anymore, so I just had her ship all my books to me. But she threw some other stuff in there with it, like some Sturgis stuff, because they live in Sturgis where the biker rallies are. So I got some cool biker stuff, a shirt, some pins and patches and all that good stuff. But then these books are all ones that I claimed, and some of them are freebies that like you bought one and then you got a free one. So they're pretty cool. I got this is Infinity Wars number 5, I think. Yeah. I don't think I had this.
That's pretty cool. So far, they seem like they should be coming to me because you don't collect anything. No, you don't collect Batman. That's not yours.
This is Batman 671. It's got all these awesome Universal monsters on it. It's probably like the 30th copy of this book that I've got because I really like it. And this one's in good shape too, although I always find them all beat up. I got another copy of Bloodshot number 6, so I can pair it up with Bloodshot number 7. This is the first appearance of Ninjak not in his costume. Number 7's the first one in his costume. I have like 10 copies of number 7, but I only ever had like 1 or 2 of the other one. Let's see. I got a copy of Thin Red Line, or Last Stop on the Red Line. Thin Red Line. Last Stop on the Red Line. I had actually forgot that I bought this from her, and I bought another copy from somebody else and started reading it. So this is a good read if anybody's interested in it. There's like these weird monsters. A lot of monster stuff. Got a first print of Once and Future number 2. Steven Spock, I see you're in here. Got some reflection going on. So I got 2 copies of this now. Just saying. Here's some cool DC House of Mysteries. This is number 265. He's fighting a spider. As if you couldn't already tell that. Is this a Kubert? Who is that? I can't read that name. I don't know who drew it. That will come out on a later date. Let's see. Let me set these somewhere where they won't fall. I got this 4-book run of Ghost Tree, which I hadn't read this, hadn't heard anything about it, but it was probably pretty cheap. So I said I would give it a shot. They got some cool covers. If the art on the inside looks as good as this art, then I think it'll be good. The art's the biggest thing with me. Like you can have a kind of crappy story, and if you have really good art, I'll still like it. Chew. This is a one-shot called Demon Chicken Pollo. It's got a flaming chicken on there. I don't know much about that, but it looked cool. I have some Chew that I need to catch up on. I got a whole bunch of it. This is Howard the Duck, number 2 from God, I can't remember. Was it 2009-ish? It's like the second Gwenpool cover thing, where it's got her on the cover. This is number 1 was the first Gwenpool. So I don't know if I had this already or not. So I just said, screw it, and I'll take it. This is What If, number 25. What if Thor and the Avengers battled the gods? Oh. I don't know if I had this one either. So a lot of times I just buy stuff. If it's cheap, I'll buy it and maybe I'll upgrade it or whatever. I've been getting into this 30 Days and Nights stuff. This is a newer one. This is from IDW. I think it's a one-shot. It's Eben and Stella, 30 Days and Nights. It's like a 100-page giant book. If you've never read any of these 30 Days and Nights books, they're actually really good. The stories and the art is the art is great in them. If you like scary stuff.
Oh, good. Area 51 is here, so I got some toys to show you today. Area 51. Hello, Titus from Japan.
Yeah, Titus is here too. What's up, man? Konnichiwa.
Yeah, there you go. See.
This is What If 32. What if Phoenix had not died? That's pretty nice. Got this Iron Man, the Iron Manual.
Steven Spock.
Oh, so this is Iron Man Annual number 1. I think that's what it's supposed to mean. Iron Manual number 1. I got that for the cover. Total cover buy, because it's got like that Da Vinci's whatever, the man.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's cool. I like it. It's a newsstand, which is really cool for that era. That's a little bit harder to find. I remember this book. This was a free one when you bought something else. The book I bought was like $1 book, and then this was the free book, and I was like, wait a second. But this is Walking Dead 191. Yeah, so this is like the I think this is where Rick Grimes gets shot at the end of this and dies. Spoiler. Pretty sure that's this one. So it's actually worth way more than the book that I bought and got this one for free. And it's nice too. I had sold mine, so I was glad to get another one. I got another copy of Spider-Man 17, that cool Thanos cover.
Okay. Let me buy that one off you then, because I still don't have one. You keep showing these things, and I don't have one.
Well, I'll throw this one in your box.
Thank you, sir.
And then I don't know why.
Sorry to interrupt you, but when Dennis Train comes in, I gotta give him the hey yow. What's happening, sir?
I got this because it's a cover swipe of, or it's like a homage to. It's a famous painting that I can't think of the name of, but it's got like the husband and wife farmer with the pitchfork. You know what I'm talking about when you see it.
Yeah.
But it was probably really cheap, and I said, "Yeah, give me that. Take that." So that was cool. I got all that stuff today.
Super cool.
Finally, Tory and Captain Comics.
All right, so Area, are you still in here? I don't know if Area 51 is still in here. If he is, I'll show some toys. If not, so while we wait on him to see if he's in here, I will show a few things I got. So I had to go on my comic shop to grab some stuff, and I always go on there $1. So I got this for $1. Here, I'll make myself big. Oh, can't go wrong with Darth Vader for $1. I got this Obi-Wan and Anakin. I'm pretty sure they have this one, but I really like this story. I got the trade and everything on that. And then I also was able to pick up the all-new X-Men #1. I've been thinking about getting this because I like a lot of the covers, so I figured can get the first one for $1. Why not? And he is in here. Sweet. So I'll start off with the wife. Got me another, what is Spider-Man Maximum Venom. This is the Miles Morales one. She knows I like Miles Morales. Of course, I like him, but
it's Venomized.
I seem to like him less now that the whole world likes him a crazy amount. I feel like I was liking him before he was cool to like, but that's fine. We can all have love. But then today is the good one. This is, the name of that painting is American Gothic.
Is it? Okay.
There you go. Steven Spock also said it. Here is one of the rare times I bought a toy for full price. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and I felt like every time I waiting, it was going up in price. And when I finally saw it on Amazon for original price, I jumped on it, and it is.
Oh, wow.
The Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Now, you're going to set that all up and display it, right? You're not going to leave it.
No. I let them breathe, baby. I don't keep them in the box. They're for riding around. It's pretty awesome. I will do an unboxing and get it all out of its glory for you to see. I mean, this is not a new toy, so it's already on the interwebs. But I very much like that. So that is the toy that I got, and I will go ahead and say, not for the boys. That one is awesome. I like that one. So, couple of things. I will start with this. So, as you know, Barbarian Kung Fu, he's such a sweet, sweet boy. He got me these. But also kind of nice sweet is he stopped collecting them for me. So he got me number...
I haven't found any more.
3, 5, and 6. So finally I bit the bullet because they also went on sale. I got the 2 and the 4 that I'm missing. So I now have 1 through 6 books of Doom. Because he's Doom, that's why. So right now I have the whole 6 of them. I will be, even though I've already read them on the internet a couple of times, I'll go ahead and read them again. All right. So that's what I got for the, that's what I got for the comic books. I actually got a lot more, but I forgot to bring them up. I got an auction win from Kenny. I guess I'll show it next week. And then I got a box from Barbarian. So that is the books. Now, what I would love to take this opportunity, if you guys will permit me, is I was perusing through YouTubes today. I don't need to be on solo for this. Oh, and I guess I should say, these are really good, the Books of Doom. I just kind of went through that really fast. I really enjoyed this. Like I said, I read it on the internet. If you have a chance to pick these up, you really should. If you're any kind of Doom fan, this is a good read. So don't sleep on that. But anyway, I was perusing through the interwebs, and I came upon some requested videos. All right. Those are our favorite couple way back in the day. And I watched it, and I very much enjoyed it. But then this weird thing happened. Let's see. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
We're still like in some planning stages and stuff like that, but
listen.
Of course, we'll still have like a weekly live show, and we'll have like recorded videos Wednesdays, and sure like haul videos, nail calls, stuff like that. We'll deep into this incredible community on Instagram, the IG family.
Okay, so that's where I stopped it because I find this odd because he claims the whole reason why he's jumping on YouTube because he got into this amazing Instagram community that he loves so much. However, people of the court, I would like to point out that you can barely find Soldier on Instagram these days. I send him messages. He rarely answers me. And I just find it, odd that he was just so. What happened when I joined Instagram? Suddenly he didn't like Instagram as much. I don't know. But, I just wanted to point that out as something that I noticed. And I found it, interesting and enlightening. By the way, if you have not watched Soldier Only, Future Only from back, let me tell you something. If you're fans of the Onlys, you need to go digging through the catalog there because they got about 3 or 4 years of goodness. I saw one that was like, this is Fuchsia Only, who's now my fiance, and I couldn't help giggle because it was back when they were, they're just fiance and, they're all giggling for each other. So it was quite awesome. Here, shout out Magoo.
Yeah, Magoo.
And hey,
the one I showed was 228. No.
Someone found him that Batman 228. Don't you worry, sir. Somebody found it.
Well, good. I mean, I was trying so hard.
So usually I kind of go through here and see if there's any kind of news, but today I didn't because I was cooking for apparently an army. I don't know what was going on today, but I did come across this story where it says the Green Lantern. Liam Sharp says series is Grant Morrison's last at DC forever. So that's kind of surprising.
Just Green Lantern?
Yeah. And that'll be it. Grant says this is his last DC work he'll ever do. I still have 4 issues to draw in minds, but I'm not quite done yet. I found that kind of interesting because, I don't know, Morrison's been like Green Lantern for a long time. I feel like that's kind of interesting.
He should kill him and make a new Green Lantern named Grant Morrison.
And then I also found this interesting just because I had no idea. Supernatural, they say they're sharing the emotional messages ahead of filming the series finale. And not to be a jerk, but I was thinking, holy crap, Supernatural's still on the air? I used to watch it.
Yeah, I didn't know that they were still making new ones either.
I'm sorry, I didn't know. I was totally shocked by that. And then of course, obviously, Black Panther unfortunately passed away, which was pretty sad. It's pretty awesome, I guess. Go out his way, obviously, because he could have told the whole world and took some I don't know, farewell drives or whatever around, but he decided to go quietly in his own way. So I guess that's something. It's just sad though, because obviously I kind of felt like, I don't know, I mean, maybe Marvel knew this was a possibility, but I really did feel like with everyone else leaving, he was probably gonna be pushed forward quite a lot, because I don't know who's left that had as big as impact as him left, because all the rest of them kind of were done with their Marvel roles. So that's unfortunate, because
the whole Endgame thing, it sounds like they're planning on changing it up quite a bit. So.
It's scary. That's kind of scary because Marvel doesn't do well when they change things up quite a bit, but we'll see. We'll see
how the MCU does, if it's as bad as the comics. I found some cool toys though, because you're talking about toys, and it reminded me that I went yard sale shopping for an hour, and I found some toys that were pretty awesome from my childhood.
I just removed him. I'm trying to get you on the big screen. I apologize. Okay, sorry about that.
Are you ready to have your mind blown?
I'm ready.
By the awesome?
Awesomeness engaged. That's not a toy. Oh. What is that? What is that? Is that a Weeble? Is that a Weeble Wobble thing? They wobble, but they don't go down?
That's right.
I forgot those exist until that right moment, and for some reason that commercial popped in my head. Let me tell you about marketing of the 80s and 90s, my friends. It was real.
You got a little girl holding a strawberry, and you got a little boy. I guess that would be her little brother. He's got a frog in his back pocket. And then you got the baby with a balloon. The baby's so fat. Like all the pink is the baby.
Hey, don't fat shame. Don't fat shame.
And then you got the family dog. That's the best one.
Funk comments. What's happening?
I had to show
you like the old stuff. Wait till I find a clip of a Twitch stream fail. You will love it, and I'll send it to you. Oh, I can't wait for that.
These are older than I am, by the way. That's hard for me to believe. I played with these when I was a kid, but these are made in 1973 by Hasbro. It says so really big right there.
They must have re-released those because that's way before my time, and I remember those things. They weeble wobble, but they don't go down.
They last forever. I'm sure you probably played with this set right here, and somehow they made it to Georgia, to my house. I had a bunch of them.
They made of that nuclear plastic of the 60s and 70s. It never goes back.
Yeah. Okay, so you ready for some more books here?
Yeah.
Okay. I got two more bunches of stuff. I did a little trade with my boy Gomez. I sent him a bunch of trade paperbacks, and I thought he was just sending me number one, and he sent me all the ones that I was missing. I guess up as far as he felt like sending me. But it's science comic or Black Science. He sent me number one. I told him I had number 2 through 5, and sorry, I dropped some stuff. I was going to show those afterwards. Damn it! So he sent me number 1 and number 6. Basically, he sent me all the way up to like number 16, number 7, number 7. I was told that Black Science is a good story, so when I found 2 through 5 in the dollar bins, I just got them all and was like, I'll find one at some point. And then he said he had an extra copy, so hey, I jumped on it. Number 10.
I've never heard of Black Science. Now I'm kind of wondering if it's something I need to read.
Well, I'll tell you my opinion on it after I read it. This is probably going to go in my box to read next week at work. Not next week, but next week and the week after that. I'm on my pandemic schedule at work now, so I get less time to read comics at work. So it took me 2 weeks to read the box that I had. It says number 14. He's standing on top of a pile of people. The skull. This is cool jetpack cover. Number 15. Like jetpack covers. Comic Gories. And then here's number 16. So that was pretty cool, Gomez, hooking me up with all those. I sent him a big old stack of Walking Dead trade paperbacks. And he sent me these stickers too. His brother is an artist and does a lot of graffiti art style stuff. That's his business card. Feast Life at feastcorp.com if you're interested. But he sent me these stickers. There's a little doggy sticker. And I'm assuming that this is some sort of dog too, but I don't know. It's maybe a helmet, maybe a robotic something. It's really hard to tell. It's very dark. But I brought them so I could stick them on my filing cabinet. The last thing is the best thing, though. Awesome. Totally awesome. I did a little trade-in with my good friend Airboy the Barbarian and traded him a Golden Age book for the first appearance of possibly the greatest Marvel character ever.
Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom?
Ever. No, I'm not talking about your favorite. I'm talking about the best.
You said the great. That's got to be one of the doctors.
Greatest one, yeah. I mean, more powerful, gets more girls.
Doctor Strange?
More of his own stories. He's had more solo titles than Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange put together.
I find this very hard to believe.
It's Fear 19. First appearance of Howard the Duck. And you got Man-Thing on the cover. But first appearance of Howard the Duck, who is the greatest Marvel character ever.
I think there's a big sigh in the room right now. I think it's
They were like, it's going to be Hulk 181. It's going to be Hulk 181. No, it's
Howard.
First appearance of Howard the Duck. 6.0 CGC.
Not right.
I'm pretty psyched on that. That's an awesome book to have. I already have one. I got from my good friend Outcast Raptor. Sent me one. So now I got a slabbed one I can hang on my wall, and then I can tuck away the one he gave me and save it forever.
So yes, I have read Triumph and Torment. I keep I have 5 or 6 searches always going, but for some reason that particular book is extremely expensive. But I shall buy one of these days.
Which one's that?
Triumph and Torment. It's like a Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom book together. It's really good. You find out kind of why Doctor Doom is the way he is, kind of thing. Doctor Strange helps him. It's pretty cool. And then, and Gorell, you seem to fail to mention the Doctor Strange drawing I sent you on a place called Instagram. I cannot say you didn't. However, I thought you were confused. I thought you thought we were like in a private chat on, I don't know, somewhere else. So I didn't know you knew what Instagram was. I apologize. You are correct. You have used it once or twice. I do apologize.
Mr. Gorell's really bad about not wanting to show off his art either.
Be quiet.
He always hoards his art. He wants to keep it for himself.
Not true. These are shenanigans. These are shenanigans lies. Even
when he gets A-OK'd awesome art, he still doesn't want to show anybody.
Why would you do that? Like, ridiculous.
Some of the best artwork in the world has gone to the door of the Brooks home. And it's just sitting there. Encased.
It's still encased in tape.
Encased in bubble wrap.
What is this? What is this? Doctor Strange Epic Collection trade. What is this? Does this exist? I do not know of this. Outrageous. To the eBays. So yeah. Also was started last week, which I think we talked about last week, but I have started to cull. And when I mean cull, I mean like one book goes in the pile to sell, and then 1,000 goes in my pile you may not touch.
Yeah, you'll be doing that for a while.
So yeah.
Forth.
I'm gonna tell you something. The first time I was selling some books. The first time I ran through there and I was talking to you and you were like continuously coaxing me to make another pile. I was bold with it. I was like, don't care. And then I started saying, okay, I need to make $1, or $2, or $3 pile, or whatever, $5 pile. And then I was like looking through there and I was like, oh, I guess I dropped that one. Oh, didn't mean to put that one in there. And then all of a sudden, it was getting bigger and bigger. And I was like, I gotta quit that.
Yeah, it's a big step in the right direction when it comes to like, you can't. What is that? You remember that meme by that? There was like the girl. She was like, she wanted to hug all the cats. You can't hug all the cats. You can't own all the comics. You have to decide which comics are worth owning.
But listen, there's like Silver Age Dave, and he seems to have a lot of them. He seems to have like a bunch. I don't know where he keeps them all.
He has a barn that he keeps his
something. So I need a barn. But then Area, he's got like all the toys. He keeps them somehow, somewhere. So there has to be a way to do this. But it's just,
yeah, I mean, like in my garage, I could keep every comic I ever owned big enough, but I would not have any money to buy any new comics if I didn't sell comics. So,
true. And I have been passing up a lot of books lately.
Exactly. You want that first appearance of Doctor Strange, right? You want that first appearance of Doctor Doom, right? Like you want to own those.
I do, but like they're so far out of.
If you could own those without it affecting your financial standing at home with your family, just from selling comics that you love, that's a win-win.
I don't own enough books to be able to sell them to get those.
That's not true. Because you could sell 100 $1 books, and then you could go buy $200 or 200 books for $1 for $100, and then sell those for $1, and then you'll have $200, and then eventually you build up enough to where you have enough to buy the stuff you want.
Yeah, see, I agree, and I was really worried that Fuchsia was going to comment on this because I feel like it's a teachable moment, but luckily we are not married, so she can't teach me that moment. She can only teach Soldier, because I feel like there's a moment where I'm saying it's not possible, and then she would say, well, you know, if you stop buying stuff and start getting rid of stuff, then there's nothing's impossible, because she just did that with Soldier only. Craig,
What's up, your boy?
Your boy here. Craig probably has more books than me. Listen, I have a house, a big house. You live in a place with chickens, so I just have more space, brother. Like, if you came home and you came here, and then we got you like an apartment, then you would have more books than me for sure, because nobody peruses the late night eBay dollar sales like your boy. That dude's got about 19 things he watches a night, and he's like, hey, so I did a thing, and he shows like all these books he bought on eBay. Nobody hits that eBay sell up like your boy does. You just don't.
If he moved here, he could also have boxes to put his comics in.
This
and they wouldn't just be stacked up in his room on bookshelves. But no, you have to get out of that mindset of you're getting rid of, because getting rid of something is where you have something that you don't want. When you're rid of it, that's you having, I got to take this thing I don't want and I got to get it out of here. You're not getting rid of these things. You're moving them on. You're passing them to the next person to enjoy. So it's a good feeling when you do it, because it's a giving feeling. And you don't even think about, like, I'm selling these, because you might have paid $3 for the comic 4 years ago, but you enjoyed it for 4 years. So to sell it for $1, it's fine. That money's gone. Whatever you can get back out of it is pure joy, because you're giving.
Let me tell you, I sold books, and I asked Barbarian to help me. He didn't help me a lot. He mostly said there's a video for that on my YouTube channel. Go look for it. Basically his help, which is fine. It's fine.
That was for packaging the books.
Then he sent me a link for to pay for postage, which is fine. It's great. So I paid for the postage. I'm at the very last step, and it wants my zip code. So I type my zip code. It gives me an opportunity to autofill. So I'm like, sweet, autofill, save, print. I go to tape it, and it put my name when it autofilled. So I was the sender and the receiver on the thing, and I already paid like the $6, $7, whatever it was, $8 to ship it. So I was like, son of a gun. So then I had to pay another $8 to ship the same set of books. So another good learning tool. Education is expensive, people. It's expensive.
Oh, that's kind of funny right there.
So.
Yeah, before you ever hit like pay, you have to go and check and make sure that.
Yeah. Where were you like 4 days ago? Like now, Monday quarterbacking it.
I don't tell you how many plies of toilet paper to wipe your butt with, but I could if you want my advice on that.
Apparently, I could use all the help.
You can handle the little things. No, I think you're doing good though. And we were going to do one today, but they canceled Kamagories. I took today off because of Kamagories. They got canceled. So Friday now. So you better be ready Friday to sell some comics.
No, I will not be able to do it on Friday because I don't get home until real late. So.
Oh, well, you better be ready to moderate some comics.
I mean, I get home. I can get home probably. Well, that's hard to say. So with patience, I get home at 6:30 my time, which is like 7:30 yours.
See, that's not too late. You can come straight home, have everything set up before you leave for work. So you just come straight home, click the link, and you're in there.
It's a lot of work. We'll see. We'll see how that works out. It's a lot of work. I got like a small army that I'm taking care of. So we'll see. However, I did
things out though this week. There's nothing to do with that. Well, the one of them has to do with the auction. One of them has to do with our giveaway. Finally got in touch. Like finally heard back from John Beatty, and so very soon all the stuff from the giveaway is going to be happening. We're just kind of coordinating as far as when the actual drawing part is going to be done, so that we can make sure everybody can enjoy that with us. And we're going to have to everybody's going to have to help us. We got to blow this thing up. It's going to be so big. I got all kinds of books to give away that day. Like, it's going to be awesome. Biggest party ever on the Hunters.
wow.
And on my auctions, I was doing giveaways on my auctions. I ran out of art prints to give away. So I'm always talking about my friend. He's from Atlanta. He's an artist. His name's Don Hillsman II. He's done a lot of work for like Marvel, DC. He's a freelance artist, so he does all kinds of other stuff. But I got in touch with him to get some more prints from him to do the giveaways with. And he hooked me up. He said he's going to send me a big old box of stuff to give away, and told me that if anybody's interested in buying art from him, the original art, or prints, to just mention me, either that you saw me talk about it here on the Hunters. Basically, you just let him know that Barbarian Kung Fu sent you to him, and you'll get like a 10% discount on all this stuff.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, that's pretty awesome. He's an awesome dude. He's a pro skateboarder from back in the day. That's how I knew him. Like being in Atlanta, skateboarding and stuff, I had always heard about this dude, but never had a chance to skateboard with him because like he was pro and I was just some freaking scrub, But I finally met him like in person at Atlanta Comic Con, and was like, "You're Don Hillsman, the pro skateboarder." He's like, "I'm also an artist." Like, I didn't know that. So it was kind of cool getting to meet him and like getting to know him a little bit. But yeah, so y'all check him out. Go there, and if you see something you like, or he does really reasonably priced commission work, like full pages for a decent amount. Like you're not going to pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for some awesome artwork. He does awesome artwork. But I was really excited about that when he told me that he would do that. I was like, hell yeah, man, I appreciate that.
That's really cool, actually.
His link to his website's broke, or else I would put it in the chat.
And then tomorrow night is the normal Barbarian Kung Fu auctions.
Yeah, tomorrow night we're doing the auction, like the regular auction, just as normal. So it'll be on from 7 till 10 on my channel.
Who's going to be appearing on set auction?
I don't even know yet. I hadn't wrote anything in the chat to find out. I know Dre Von Doom, Book Movers from Instagram. I know he said he was going to. Parker's going to be there. Not really sure. I said something to Empty Tomb a couple weeks ago, and he said something about coming soon, but I'm not sure if he's going to make it or not. We'll see, though. Airboy usually comes on. CLG usually comes on.
I'm trying to think if I have anything ready to go to actually sell at auction, because I would come on if you didn't mind me coming on late. But
oh no, I don't care.
I don't want to mess up the flow, but I don't really know if I have anything like ready to go. Like,
I don't know if I do either. I have stuff that I just have to decide. What do I want to do with this, and how do I want to do it? This first long box that I got set, you can't see it. This first long box is all just stuff that I have for sale. And so some of it, like I got runs of stuff, and I got some pretty cool like variants and stuff like that in there. Stuff that's not $1 and $2 books. And that's just the stuff for auctions. I have like a whole stack of probably like 30 Silver Age books that are like good high grade books that I'll put up one day and just just to kill time. Maybe I'll make some money on them. Hopefully, I break even on them.
No, the point is you're supposed to make a profit. You're not supposed to break even.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a good businessman wants to make a profit, but as long as I break even, that's my main thing. I just don't want to lose money because then it's counterproductive. What can you do though? Sometimes you got to break some eggs to make an omelet.
And a review, I will be having this video up soon, probably this week, because honestly, I just want to pop this open and put it on the shelf. Here's
Yeah,
Dave.
I'm stoked. I want to see it.
This story that he comes in, I have none of those books. I have the trade. So I would like to get the books, but they are very expensive, so I probably will not get those books. But so I will probably make a video for that. And I might just go ahead and even though it doesn't really make sense, I try to make them make sense. I'll probably just go ahead and show that one too. And I mean, the unboxing, I mean, there's not much to it. These are like, just the big ones. They're not like super articulation.
Those things are cool, but they're not. Yeah, they're not posable enough. It's just a guy standing there.
Yeah.
So for me, like it's funny because you see those at Goodwill all the time. The last time I went to Goodwill, there was a Thor one, there was an Iron Man one, there was a Falcon one, and they're like $2 each. And I couldn't even bring myself to buy one for $2.
Yeah,
because
but you also don't have a 5-year-old and stuff, and these are great.
Yeah, I wouldn't be playing with them. I just don't see how it would be too much fun to play with either. But I haven't been a kid in a long time, and my imagination is pretty thin.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I do like about these, like obviously the Marvel Legends are super posable and they're cool, but what I do like about them is that they're big. So like if you wanted to have them back here. See, like the Marvel Legends, like let's get my main man here. They're kind of small, and these are bigger. So, like, if you want to use them in the background, they're pretty good too. So,
yeah, Chaos is right. Most of those books around the first appearance of the Cosmic Ghost Rider, like a lot of those have come down, but you're still looking at pretty good money for that first appearance and the second, like the next book. Both of those are still pretty good money.
Yeah, if this vibrated, I would have a totally different look on my face. So no, this does not vibrate.
Oh, that's wrong.
What do you mean? It would just be like vibrating, and where are you going?
Yeah, we know where Miles would be going.
Get your mind out of the gutter, sir. I just was saying that it would be like vibrating fun. I don't know.
He'd be joining the cast of Star Trek and boldly going where no man has gone before.
Oh my God! So I know that he's in here, Fuchsia. If I could find a way to send you, maybe I find out a YouTube link and I'm going to send it to you. So my boys are watching Teen Titans today, and they had this thing, and I was like in the kitchen doing something. I actually came around the corner and watched the whole thing because Teen Titans Go kind of annoys me. But so they decided to have this, like they were going to do a space play or something, like have a space day. And so they were all like, is it going to be this? And all the rest of Teen Titans but Robin were dressed up clearly trying to be Star Wars characters. Are we going to have a lot of fun and go through space and have battles and lasers and shoot people in the face and have all kinds of cool stuff? And then they cut to Robin, and he's in a Star Trek costume, and he's clearly supposed to be in the Star Trek universe. And he was like, no, we're going to have a slow, methodical play where we talk a lot and there's almost no action, but we use our brain and our wits to get through the day. And the whole day, the Teen Titans are like going nuts because of how bored they are. And they're like, I forgot the bad guy shows up. I don't even remember who the bad guy was. But he shows up. They're like, finally some action. And he was like, you, sir, are trying to move your planet or whatever in the way. I will see you in the city council and we'll discuss what the best course of action is for this. And it was I was dying laughing because it was like they were totally trolling Star Trek and how boring and methodical it is, and they just wanted action. And it was did you in the middle of my story throw up your red bubble store? I ought to ban you for that.
Why? I was gonna say something, but you just kept talking.
Yeah, because this is the whole point. Is we're having our thing. It's not to sell your barbarian merch.
You can get a barbarian shirt.
The other reason I'm not like outraged because it goes to your daughter. Like if it was just
It's all
going
for my daughter. I
to
do everything for my kids. Did you read anything this week that you wanted to show?
I did, but I don't think I have it with me. So no, not that I'm going to show, but I'm definitely going to read. I'll probably read this tonight again, even though I read it.
The
I'll
books
probably
that do.
read this tonight. And I just remembered I could not find it. I didn't know what I did with the Marvel versus DC, and it's right here. So I'm going to put them all together now because I couldn't find it, and it's sitting right here. I don't know why I couldn't find it, but I'm going to put these all in a pile so I can read them. Now that we're doing it.
Mine wasn't big. This was my reading books for this week. Not a whole lot. I read the news Year Zero. If y'all are reading this, it's okay. I don't know why it's spiked and everybody's paying money for it now. I don't think it's that great, but it's okay.
Probably somebody whispered somewhere that it's going to be on Netflix or something.
You never know. I read the newest Sons Killing the Children. This is still pretty good. I haven't killed it yet, so read the new Oblivion song. I'm still really liking that. It's the first story arc. I would say like it's pretty much over, and now they're starting a new story arc. That's
really interesting.
kind of a continuum of the first one, but it's different. So I'm liking that. That's pretty cool. Philadelphia. If you're not reading Philadelphia, you're missing out. If you like vampire stuff, it was really good. This is that book Engine Ward I talked about. If you like dystopic future worlds, stuff like that, and this has a lot to do with what would you say, like gods of the zodiac? Like you got like Gemini and like Pisces and Taurus, stuff like that. Like there's a god for each one of those signs of the Gemini, and they're like the big gods that everybody worships, but they're actually just people. I mean, they're still gods, but they're people. Finished the God Loves Man Kills 2-parter. That was pretty good.
That was good.
I liked the first one too, so I figured I would like that one. Had some weird stuff that they added in there, the beginning and the end, but I don't know. I got these. This is Redneck. It's number 1. It's like the image first. Of course, I'm never going to be able to afford a Redneck 1, so that's how I read it. I always thought that would be cool to check out. So it was pretty good. Same with this Invincibles as the free comic book day one. And I could never afford the Invincible number 1, so finally got to read that. I'm assuming it's the same as the first one. It was pretty good. I'll have to see if I can find any of the other ones cheap because they're kind of expensive. This was a cool book. It's a free comic book day, the dark one. I don't know if anybody read this, but it's not bad. I'm kind of curious to see how that takes off. So, God, it wasn't. I can't remember it in particular because I was kind of sleepy. I read it.
Captain Comics.
But I also read number 2 to the 4-part Jack of Hearts. Remember last time I showed number 1, I read number 2. So I just got to finish 3 and 4, and I'll have that series read, and it's pretty good. If you don't know anything about Jack of Hearts, then the 4-part miniseries is a great way to learn about Jack of Hearts because it explains everything about him. Like totally retells his origin, and he's actually like super duper powerful, and no one knows him.
I don't know if I know very much about Jack Hart, to be honest with you. So I don't.
Not too many people do.
There are some good bits of Teen Titans Go crossover. So the new Thundercats series is really funny. I would say this. I can't. Well, I don't want to say I can't stand it. It's quite obnoxious. I actually like the original Teen Titans. I thought it was actually funny. But my son, my 5-year-old, and then sometimes even the 9-year-old, they think it's hilarious. So I guess it's probably for them. So I stopped complaining about it because my old ass is going, this isn't funny, while the 5 and 9-year-old who is probably actually geared toward are laughing their ass off. So I don't complain about it anymore. Good news, you don't read Marvel DC. You mostly look at the pictures and scoff. That seems probably, I mean, I haven't read it, but I probably can say it might be true. Philadelphia 7 was a great book, he said.
Yeah, it's Philadelphia's been really good. I've liked it.
Engine Ward has been decent. It has a lot of promise.
Yeah. For a book that just came out of nowhere, like nobody was talking about it. It was just a new book that popped up, and I only picked up number 1 because they had an FOC variant, and I was like, I can get it for cover price, so I'll try this number 1 FOC variant. If it does pop off, I've only spent $3.99, and if it doesn't, I didn't lose a lot. But I actually liked it, so I was pretty happy I got it.
And then Captain Comics says, hello, mates and mermaids.
What's up, Captain? I showed your books earlier that y'all sent. I just got them today.
You did. And Barb, is that God loves single issues?
It's a 2-part. So, yeah, I don't know where the other one is. This was part 2, and it's basically breaking up the original. Here, I can show you. The original God Loves, Man Kills. I got it right here. Like the big graphic novel one. So it just breaks this up into 2 parts. And then it adds like some stuff at the beginning and the end.
Is that a real signature? Did that come like that?
No, it's Chris Claremont's signature.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I got this signed at C2E2 this last year.
And then thank God, I thought we were going to go a whole episode not having a celebrity. And then Jeffrey Comic-Con shows up and I was worried because we've had celebrities like every episode, and it's just.
Now we just need I've Got Issues, and like my life will be complete.
Oh, then yeah, that's what Cal's saying, that God Love was a graphic novel series originally. So
yeah. Now I mean, it wasn't really a series; it was just a single graphic novel when they did it in the Marvel graphic novel series. So I guess you can think of it that way. Same series that the New Mutants was brought out in, and I even got like Dazzler. There's a Dazzler graphic novel book. Pretty funny.
Yeah, well, Chaos. I that's why I don't say your full name. I am worried that if I say your full name, like bad stuff might happen. So
my head will explode.
My son, for some reason, we were talking about. They were asking why the steak was red, and I said because cows have blood, which the wife was not happy with. I don't know why she gets weird about that. And my son was like, "Oh, they just bleed." And I'm like, "Yeah, like." He goes, like, if you stick them, or like, weird. He said something weird, like butchering them. I said, or if a mosquito, like, bites them, they bleed. You don't have to butcher them. And he's like, so, like, they'll explode, like, being funny. And the whole time the wife was looking at me like she is not amused whatsoever. I didn't start any of this. I just explained why the steak is red. Like, I didn't know. Like, I had nothing to do with any of this. This is still, like, for some reason, I got this for Chris's present like years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, and I still read this almost more than like anything else. I'm not sure why, I just really like it. But
yeah,
there is something about having trades though of books that you like, because then you can literally just pop them open and read them. And if I get to reading them, because I don't ever, I don't know if trades are ever worth money. I'm sure they are if they're rare or something. And I get to read them, I can just set them down on the couch or chair or wherever. I don't have to worry about like somebody. A kid sitting on them, so it's way easier.
Well, up until just recently, you never saw prices for them. Like you could go and search out trade paperbacks on eBay, and like you might find one that's a shorter print or something that's more expensive. But I noticed that yours and my favorite comic book app, Key Collector Comics app, has been posting prices for trade paperbacks.
All right, jackass! Like, no, stop. Key Collector app.
No, but they have. Like, he's been putting up trade paperbacks of comics and like putting up the value of them, like near mint, from low grade to near mint, the prices, and that just cracks me up because like trade paperbacks, and nobody takes care of them unless you're a trade paperback dude. Like all of mine are beat to shit because I never cared. I would read them and I'd curl the covers back and flip through them like that if I wanted to, because I just didn't care. There's a trade paperback. Like it's not, they never were collectible when I was buying them. And just to see that now, like basically that's trying to say there is a collector market for it, and this is what they're worth. Like, it just made me laugh when I saw that, because he's got some on there like $70, $80, $100, and I'm just like, dang.
It makes sense. That's the reason why the old school, like Golden Age and all them, are expensive, because kids didn't think to keep them because they were worth money one day. So, you know,
Yep.
like
sure.
that. Like that Doctor Strange and Doctor Doom book that we were talking about earlier, like that's actually a hard book to find. So it's always like 30, 40, 50 bucks for that trade whenever, you know, eBay at least. So we shall stop taking care of our floppies, to be honest.
That way his will be worth more.
I don't know. I mean, it's hard. It's a weird situation, because I always think it's weird whenever something random happens in like our modern books, and I just think, I mean, like, I'm not gonna go on like a variant kick, but it's just weird watching. Like, I watch people unbox stuff on YouTube, and I'm watching, and they're like, "Oh, this variant is like $60," and sure, it's a cool like cover, but I just can't imagine that in 60 years, 40 years, 20 years, 10 years, that's still gonna be worth more than like $5. Because if that's the case, then like, send me all your variants, let me sell them, and then I'll take that $60 and buy like the first appearance of an actual superhero, or maybe not a first appearance, but something important that happened in an actual thing from like 1965 that's been holding its value all this time. I just don't see how that's. I mean, because a variant is basically you like the art, and it's you know.
Yeah, they're all. It's a
rare, so I get it, but it just seems weird to me that those would be worth.
That's what, to me, it's really funny. Like, you got the store exclusive variants and all that, and you're buying it because you like the cover art. That's all it is, because it's the same book on the inside. So when they try and say like this is a 1 in 300 or a 1 in 500, they're talking about the cover, because it's the same damn book.
Yeah.
So like, that's where as soon as they print it, they assign a price to it and say, this is how much I'm going to charge for these. So if they say it's a $60 book, like, it doesn't mean it's worth $60. That's just what they're asking for it.
Well,
It's just what people will pay for it.
I'm not gonna be a hater. You know, I'm not. You know, hustle's hustle, baby. Like, make your money where you can. I'm a capitalist. I believe in making money. But I watch people unbox stuff, and it's like Spider-Man booth is what, like, ground level hero. I forgot what the hell they're called. But then you have Torpedo, and I keep watching. I almost watch people undo unboxing, so that way I don't have to, because it reminds me, oh yeah, that's why I don't buy those mystery boxes.
Yeah, right.
Like, I feel like they've got even worse now, where it's like one book out of like let's say they put 15 books in a box, which they don't usually put that many, but let's say 15. They'll have like one book will be just a random book, and like, man, sometimes all 14 or at least like 12 out of the 15 will be their company's exclusive covers.
Yeah.
Which, that's fine, but man, that is like kind of shady if you think about it. Like, if we started doing like Barbarian and Gorell, .com, and we started buying exclusive covers, and we did a mystery box. And at first we start the mystery box off, and it really is. It's like, I got six books in my personal collection. You put 6 books in your personal collection. That's our mystery box. Then after a while, we start putting 3 from mine, 3 from yours, and then 6 from our exclusive covers that we do every week. And then pretty soon we do all of them, and we throw in like 1 book from ours. Like I get it. Those are still worth money, but like, those are our, you know what I mean? Like, that's just a weird thing to do. Like,
no, I totally agree. And then to assign a value that's so high to that book is what, like, because I get it. Like, you are creating something that would be a lower print, but to then like say it's going to be worth $120, that's just crazy to me, because to me it's like you need to put them things out there and you auction them. Like, if I do an exclusive, I would auction it, and then the market's going to tell you this is what it's worth. Of course, you're not going to make any money, because that's honest, and honesty never pays. But yeah, Steven Spock is totally nail on the head. Buy all that stuff. You pay all that money for all those awesome covers, amazing art, and then it goes in a box and you don't ever see it again.
Exactly. And here's the other thing that I think is really.
I have a few books that I have framed, hanging up, because they are covers that I like so much. But yeah, I mean, I don't get really big into the variants. I really do like variants. I just don't like the overindulgence like Marvel does. Like they do too many. It's too ridiculous. And then they subcontract basically out to these shops to where the shop can like hire this guy to do a cover for this book. I think that's just it's not cool with me. But like if you got a book like what I was talking about, that Engine Ward, where it only had one cover. You can only get one cover for it. And then FOC, they released this FOC variant that's gonna be a shorter print. Same book, but a way lower print for that cover. That's more about like collecting rarity to me than it is about. It's not a cover buy because the cover wasn't any better, and I'm not buying it because it's got a cooler cover. I'm buying it because it's a shorter print. So I guess it's kind of different, but it's the same maybe.
And then
Different covers.
I think is weird too. That's happening a little bit now. Is like if you love an artist, let's say you love your favorite boy with the weird feet. Let's say you love him. Let's just throw him out there, or whatever. And you want to buy let's do like Art Germ. Okay, Art Germ. And you want to buy all of his covers because you think he's an amazing artist. That is freaking amazing, and I love it. And I'll help you find them if that's what you like.
Yeah.
But the ones that want to be like, okay, Art Germ is a hot artist right now, so I'm gonna overpay, like buy a lot. And what I'm talking about now is Peach, whatever Majig name is. Okay, so people buy though because he's a hot artist. And now that I've been collecting for like a year and a half, a little bit more now, let me give you some wisdom that you all know. You don't need me to tell you, especially people in here. Those people are hot for like a month, and then they get treated like a cheap whore, honestly. And they make about 50 comics a month. And then that luster starts to go away, and then they just move on to the next artist because they're like, oh look, that's something different. Like when Peach first started coming out, and Art Germ, all the rest of them, that's because you didn't really see that. But then when they're making 25, 30 exclusive covers a month or whatever, then it's like, oh, I've seen that. That's still pretty cool. Oh look, now somebody else is doing something that's really cool, and then you switch. So if you're collecting for like economic reasons, like you think that's a weird thing to do because there's no way that's got staying power to do that.
That's in like the flavor of the month. There's no way to make money, that's for sure. But like with her, that's a perfect example. Like I still see comics she did variants to, like store exclusives, to books that came out months ago that I didn't even know she did. And it's because they're taking those old books and like basically being like, I want you to do a variant to this book that was already out and just stick whatever on there. Stick your art on there because I want it to sell.
And then just to jump on what you're saying, way too many. The most recent Thor one had over 10 variants. I was baffled. I like variants to the extent of series only that cover. Yeah, here's the thing though. The best part is like, here, let me just see if I can. Here you go. Then you have all those, right? And then the new thing is, then after it's over with and the variant puzzles, the variant little bubble has gone away, then all of a sudden here comes Walmart, who has these bundles and they have their own covers. And then after all that, then you start having Walmart covers. You start having this, which is hilarious because here now recently, the Walmart covers are starting to increase in price. And I'm like, are you nuts? Like, the only reason why I say the Walmart cover one should be worth money, one, because that's my LCS basically, so that's good for me. But two, the main reason is because if you've ever gone to a Walmart that has bundles, they're in shrink wrap and not in a good way. And let's suck every possible air out of there, and so every corner has got a slight bend. And they're put down there with the Pokemon cards, the Yu-Gi-Oh, and all that stuff. And so every time I go in there, you got like one lane this way, one lane this way, one's upside down, one's bent in half to go back in there. And so to get a 9.8 from a Walmart one, that is like
that's totally condition sensitive.
So that one I kind of see.
If you've ever, you probably have no idea. You probably never looked at them, or a lot of people in the chat probably never have either. But stuff like exclusive books that came from like Burger King or McDonald's, like a giveaway book, something that's wrapped like McDonald's did a long time ago. They did ash cans for Justice League, and I was collecting those because I collect ash cans. So they came in a plastic bag, way better condition, Never find them. I never would find them with freaking hamburger grease on them or stuff. But then you had like Burger King gave out comics, and like there was one that they're talking about right now with the whole Cartoon Network thing and the Powerpuff Girls coming back out with their live action show. But
Oh my
there's the
God, how dumb is that? But
Cartoon
anyway,
Network book that came out, and when you got that book at Burger King, they handed you a comic book with no bag, no board, nothing to protect it. They literally rolled it and stuck it in your bag, and then rolled the top of your bag and handed it to you. So to find one of those in near mint is really, really, really rare. So there's value to that.
And I do know about those only because I'm friends with you, and you always show me these random things that are happening.
That's rare stuff. Like I was raised like if something's rare and it's hard to find, it should be worth something. There should be more value to it than something that's mass produced and high quality. It's always going to be really good. To me, like something old that's in really good shape is just so rare. It should be it should be priceless.
Okay, so when I first moved back to Texas and I was trying to figure out what college I went to, I didn't know about any of the colleges. Luckily, I found the greatest university in the history of mankind. But before I found that university, I went with some friends and we went to Austin to hang out with people that are pretty with long hair, and I'm sure we only went there for the education. But they were obsessed with Powerpuff Girls, like freaking obsessed, and everything like it. It was Austin, so I'm sure they were high most of the time. But we were hanging out, and if I remember Powerpuff Girls right, I remember there was a monkey, and there were like four girls.
JoJo.
And they were like little bitty kids, like almost babies. They were like little bitties. They didn't have any fingers, and there's all kinds of other like canon stuff that goes with this. Okay, that's like half of the charm and the funniness of Powerpuff Girls. How the hell are you gonna make that into a live action and have anywhere it's gonna be anywhere near Powerpuff Girls? Like I don't even understand why you even. I don't know.
They'll do it though, and it's gonna be great.
Oh, it's gonna be great, all right.
It's gonna be great. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, you know what, Fuchsia, there's 3 Walmarts around me. Obviously I'm in a major metropolis, so there's like 3 Walmarts around me. Like, I mean, there's probably 35 Walmarts around me, but the 3 that I will go to depending on what point in the journey on the way home that I'm at, and only one of them has it, and it's the newest one that has all the bells and whistles because it's only been open for like 6 months. All the rest of the ones, they don't have one doesn't have any of them at all, and the other one only has, I think it only has the DC stuff too. It doesn't have the Marvel bundles.
None of my stores have comics or cards. None of them. The kids used to steal all the Yu-Gi-Ohs, and so they stopped carrying them.
The one that has all of them, they actually have the DC giant size, which I don't know if DC is still doing that, but they still have some there. They have the DC bundles and they have the Marvel bundles. They have all of them. So
I wish I had Marvel bundles.
You do have Marvel bundles.
I got boxes of Marvel.
Look around your room.
I know. I got flea market bundles.
Those are the best because
they cost less too.
It's right in the. It's all the good stuff in the middle. It's all you get. You know what this is? The sandwich. Here's the comic. Here's the comic. But it's all the meat and the cheese and stuff in the middle. That's the good stuff out of those bundles from your swap meet.
Yes.
Because that's when you get like
best books.
That's when you get like Brown Haze Man, and you have no idea who that is or where it came from. That's the good finds.
You get like the Clobberer number 5 from Boulder Dash Comics, 1994.
Speaking of which, I think they're all here underneath me because none of these are bag and board, so those would definitely be going up for sale at some point in the in my $1, $2, or $3 bundle sales.
Yeah, to go along with the Marvel Walmart books, like not only do they do stupid amounts of variants, but now they're doing like 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th prints, and they're doing variants of the reprints. To me, like it's such a money grab. Like they hate me because I have OCD. If I collected Thor, I would be so mad right now because I would have gone broke buying all those Thor. Like it's stupid. Like some of these boxes behind me are like when I was at my worst of collecting comics with OCD, and I got second and third prints of stuff from Civil War. I had to have every one of them. Like if they put out a second print, I bought it, even though I had the first print and the variant to it, and then the secret variant to it. I had to buy them all, and damn it, it sucked.
Yeah, I would say
collecting new stuff once already, so it could easily happen again if I start falling into that shit again.
when I first started collecting, Marvel might have been as bad, but I didn't realize they were as bad. And then I've always been a Venom fan because I'm a kid of the '90s, and Venom is of the '90s. And I got Marvel broke me really early on because I was like, I love Venom, I love this Donny Cates run, so I'm gonna buy everything that comes out. And I mean, it's good because I did have all those sweet Venoms that hopefully will be worth money one day. But at the same time, like after I think I got up to like Venom 11 or 12, and then I realized this is never stopping because when I got to Venom 12, they were still making like the 5th print of like Venom 4 or something, and I'm like, this is crazy. I'm gonna end up spending like $400 or $500 on this, and there's just no end. And so like Marvel broke me pretty quick. And I realized right away that's silly. Like I'm just buying, unless like the random. I don't buy ratio for sure, but if one of them like just blows me away, like DC's pretty good about that. I think they give you an A and they give you a B, and and I'm like, oh, the B is sweet as hell. I'm gonna buy the B because I love that cover because I want to read the story. Like, I feel like DC does a good job, but yeah, Marvel broke me on Venom. They broke me bad.
Some of the Marvel titles, they'll do 3 or 4 or 5 like regular price covers, and like to me it's excessive, but at least they're still regular price, and they're not incentivized where you have to pay so much more for them. And my shop luckily is one of them that doesn't charge extra just because it's a variant. Like unless it's an incentive variant or like for some reason that variant like took off and is worth a bunch. Like if they catch wind of that before New Comic Book Day, then they might bump up the price like $1 or $2. But a regular price book for them, they put on the wall for regular price. But even with that, like on my pull list for Amazing Spider-Man, I have every variant on there, which it's getting kind of stupid. Like there's one of them coming up. I think it's number 50 or 51 that's coming up, and there's so many variants to it that like it was so hard for me to look at it and be like, I gotta get this one, but I can't. Like I'm gonna go broke that week. It's gonna suck, and it's all going back, and it's just gonna end up with me not collecting new shit again. That's what it's gonna end up being. It already sucks. I mean, shit. Amazing Spider-Man sucks right now. How are you going to ruin such a character?
No.
How can you? Like, it's freaking, it was right there for you. All you had to do was copy and paste. How do you mess that up? You got freaking 60 years of awesomeness to go by. How do you mess that up? I don't know. It's weird.
Well, I think with that, we have gone over than we normally are, so I think we can end it there. And don't forget about Barbarian Kung Fu's auction house tomorrow, starting at 7 Eastern. 6. What time?
Ryan Reynolds.
7 or 6 Eastern.
7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the Barbarian Kung Fu channel. We're going to be auctioning off the best stuff money can buy. So much.
Last week, Airborne Barbarian was auctioning off the legitimate bangers, clangers, and tangers.
He had really good buy it nows, and they were at really good prices.
I believe the X-Men big book was there, the big one, and some other ones. Yeah, Doctor Strange that sure was awesome, and I stopped watching actually. I watched it, I looked at it. And then I turned it off. And then you were like, hey, just talk to him. Maybe you can do payments. I'm like, Barbarian, shut up. The whole point is I'm not trying to buy it. Like trying to make, well.
He had this on there. You see where it ended up at.
Anyway, so check out Barbarian. Oh, Dish Trend. Damn you, your sexy business. Oh, Almost lost my sponsor.
I told you, isn't he the best assistant money can
God
buy?
almighty, this man is on point. That reminds me, the show, as always, brought to you by the Eye Source. For all your eye care needs, please go to the Eye Source in beautiful Frisco, Texas. Dr. Kerry Brooks, the best eye doctor in the world. The upfront person is awesome, too. Anyway, thank you, sir. You have a great day. What?
We're not going to do the song, the Eye Source song?
Do you know the Eye Source song?
No, but I can play along.
If your eye sore, go to the Eye Source. Boop, boop.
I don't think it works.
My wife doesn't watch this because she, like, seriously, she hates it when I do that. Like, if I see the caller ID and it's one of her friends, I'm telling you, I sing that song. Instead of answering, I'll be like, your eye must be sore because you're calling the Eye Source, and she's screaming at me from across the thing. All right. We appreciate it, guys, and we will catch you next time on The Hunters. One of these days, our third member, Fuchsia, will have to make an appearance, but her work schedule is apparently crazy.
Well, when you get off late, you got to stay up late. With The Hunters.
Have a great night, guys.